61. As you can see, I'm painting. Wait a minute.
Trapped. God and Bennett. Hello, welcome to day 61. Guess what I'm doing? It's sanding. Oh my God. That's a dusty old job, isn't it? Look at this though. Ooh, child, did you ever see such a beautiful fucking thing? Well, I mean, the smile on your children's faces, hey? But failing that, you know, nice bit of sanded plaster. Yeah, it's come out really smooth, really nice, quite happy. Yeah, what's not to love? Loads of dust. Everything looks like a crime scene. It is ridiculous in here. I've sanded the wood as well. I've decided to buy a primer. I chickened out. Everyone online's like, you don't need them really. They're just, you know, there to, you know, scare you into buying 2 products and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, I'm going to spend either £21 on a tub of primer and do 2 coats of primer, and then £21 on a tub of paint and do 2 coats of paint, or I'm going to spend £42 on 2 tubs of paint and do 4 or 5 coats of paint. So I might as well use the primer anyway, right? So that's what I've done. I've bought that. I don't know if you can see the smoke rising. Yeah, it is heckin' dusty. If you do not own a dust filter, a proper mask, this is what you need to look for. A2P3. So that's class 3 particle rating, A2 for chemicals. You need a full face mask. Don't do what I'm doing. I bought this for spray painting because I'm a miniature gamer. I make Clawhammer, me. I also do bolt action, if anyone has played that. The World War II one as well, that's pretty cool. So yeah, if people want to see videos about that, let me know in the comments, because I can also show some modelling stuff, techniques and whatnot, and some of my painted models. I've also won a fair few tournaments in my time, so could also give you help on tactics. To anyone not interested in that crap, yeah, that's why I haven't got a full face mask, but honestly, you're going to need one. It is ridiculous in here. I highly recommend the Draper one. Drager, or Draga. I think it's German. Speaking of World War II, there we go. That's the video demonetized. Anyway, yeah, so absolute necessity in here. It is so dusty. I mean, I can't even begin to explain like what it feels like in real life. It really doesn't even show up on the camera, and what's on camera is horrifying. But yeah, really pleased with the finish that we're getting. It's only the first coat, so you know, it's not perfect, but we will be going over this with a thin skim. But yeah, this has restored my faith that we can rescue this. You know, looking at this sort of area here, like, oh, thank God. You know, when this is painted up, man, this is going to be a big white box. Yeah. It's not a lot to look forward to, really, is it? But, yeah, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Feels like we're getting closer and closer every day. There is still a lot to do, though. We've still got the second fix electrics, got to build the whole desk. We still need to put coving, around the top. We need to put skirting around the bottom. We need to clean the hell out of this floor and get it laminated. Different kind of thing. We need to put laminate on it rather than laminate it. So yeah, there's that. What else do we need to do? Oh, paint it. But honestly, once those sort of 4 or 5 little bits are done, they feel little when you're watching them on YouTube. To anyone who does time-lapse videos on YouTube, screw you, right? Those videos really don't let you know how horrible this is to do. I'm telling you, this is horrible. Really. I in hindsight rather have done 2 days of overtime and paid for a plasterer rather than spend the 5 days of doing this. Like, actually, when I say it like that, it seems like a no-brainer just for the time, right? What would I rather be doing? Throwing water balloons and playing with my little boy who was in his remote control car earlier, or doing this? Yeah, factor in a plasterer. I still don't recommend tape and jointing. If you are that skint that you can't manage it, my original budget was 7,500. I think I'm. For the budget lovers, accountants, that is. I will be doing a full breakdown at the very end. I will take you through a spreadsheet that I've had running the whole time, and I've got a full list of everything that I needed, including any tools that I didn't already own, and all fixings, screws, blah blah blah. There are some things that I just happen to already own. I'm sorry, like, if you're doing this yourself, you're probably already a competent DIYer and will have basic tools, or not basic tools, like I already had an SDS drill, but that doesn't mean to say that I had miter saw big enough to do this, so I did have to replace my miter saw. Things like that you might not necessarily expect. Having to buy a new shovel because you broke your fork in episode 3 or whatever, so I will be doing a full budget breakdown at the end of the project, so don't worry, that is to come. But suffice to say, plastering like this, I bought 1 tub of disinfectant, 2 Prey joint and skim ready to use, because I was like, right, I don't know what the ideal consistency for this shit is, so I'm going to buy a ready mix. Use that for the first coat, or most of the first coat. And then I was like, okay, let me buy one more product. So I bought the Screwfix No Nonsense Jointing and Filling Compound. That was much thicker and actually much easier to work with. So that gave me 2 really nice reference points. At the same time as I bought that, I bought a bag of that, but not ready-made, right? Pay for powder rather than water, and add your own cheaper water. And then I just mixed that up in the old 2 Prey bucket, and that gave me, all the tools I needed to have in order to get the right consistency, whilst never having used it myself. And now I know that I can do this. Would I do it this way again? I think I've been clear about the no. Will I do it this way again? Yes. That's probably not what you want to hear, but the difference is that now this is a skill in my skill set, right? Because that's the other thing that you get by doing it yourself, and which is why you're probably building your own building yourself, is this is something that I can do now, right? Like, I trust myself to take down walls, rebuild them, and be able to plaster them and put it back like I wasn't there, right? So yeah, I probably will do this stuff in the future, which is nice because I've got a lot of leftover crap, like lots of tape and stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of things that I've learned. What could be the most crucial thing? If you're still not deterred by me saying don't do this, if you still want that tight a budget that you want to do it, I will say, don't overwork the compound. So if I mime it, plop quite a lot on, get a really smooth, deep layer, more than you think you might need. Get your tape in there, really squish it in, take as much as you can, and another really nice thick layer, and just try and do 1 or 2 good passes. Don't go, you'll just make it worse. Smoother areas are easier to finish later. Don't worry about it being too thick or thin, or there being waves or lumps and bumps in it. That's easily fixed with the sander. If it is like extremely bad, and if it's not extremely bad, then it'll be fine. But if you skimp, you're going to go down and reveal your tape, and have to do a much deeper second coat. And if you overwork it, let's see somewhere where I've overworked it. I don't know if you can see it on the video, but you know, that is a problem, and that's after a lot of sanding. So yeah, don't overwork it is the best advice I can give, and use a lot of it. What I will say, also, if you're still determined to do this yourself and trying to save money, like obviously you're trying to save money, so don't do the whole get that, see which one's best for you, and then mix it up with the non-ready-made stuff. Instead, what I'll say is buy one of those and use that to get that consistency, because although that's thicker, you can always add a little bit more water to that if you're not comfortable with it, but that will give you a really good baseline for what a thick mixture is. Whereas if you just bought that one, you'd be like, wow, that's pretty thick already. I don't know if I should go thicker than that. Also, really mix up the powder, and you know, mix a bit, add a bit, mix a bit, add a bit. You don't want loads of lumps in it, because we got lumps in one mix and it was awful. Yeah. So that's my update for today. I'm going to come back out and do some more sanding. I might even do some second filling. Unlikely though, but now I need to go and get dinner. I'm sorry this one's been so long, but I did talk about the budget and gave some more advice. So hopefully, if there is anyone out there still watching, chuck us a like, chuck us a comment if you do have any questions about the sanding, or where I got these things. Again, like I said, we'll be doing that full breakdown of costings and everything at the end of the project, and I will give you a publicly accessible link to my Google spreadsheet that has all of the links to everywhere that I got things. So if you wanted to reproduce what I managed, then you can, and hopefully do it for even cheaper, because you won't have to buy quite so much stuff, you know, because if you've been watching along, you'll see where I've had too much stuff, and you won't end up with a massive junk pile. Thank you so much for watching. Chuck us a like, subscribe, comment, all those good things, because that is really gratifying for me. I don't get paid. You don't get paid until there's 1,000 subscribers. So all it is giving me a nice warm fuzzy feeling. So thank you very much. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.